Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today, you know what time it is. Now the palette we're going to be duping today is the Natasha Denona Yucca Palette. I have my eye on this palette. I really want it. It's just all the grungy tones. People have said that the shimmery eyeshadow formula in this palette is the best shimmer formula Natasha Denona has ever done. The only Natasha Denona palette I own is the Love palette, and I do really like it. It makes me very happy. This was a gift from a friend. I just can't stomach Natasha Denona prices. I can't even lie to you. And that is the main reason why I haven't purchased it, so I thought today we would dupe the vibes a bit. Now, I will mostly be using Riley's picture, Seeking Shifts, on Instagram and YouTube. I'll be using her picture to reference, and I'm also going to be using these swatches from Julia K. March on Instagram. I love Julia and Riley. I'll link both of them down below. They are fantastic content creators. I highly recommend them. Now, I will be looking at the pictures on my phone. However, I won't be showing my phone purely because, real quick, there's a flicker effect. It's the shutter speed on my camera. Now, the Yucca palette does have 15 pans. However, I am going to be condensing it into a 12-pan palette purely because this is the biggest custom palette that I have. I do have like larger single shadow palettes like this, but I quite like condensing palettes. I'm gonna be honest. I do the opposite of Faces by Gina. She has a series where she makes it Norvina palette sized. I make it 12-pan sized. That's my version. I'll also link Gina down below. Love Gina. Now we're gonna be using my palettes that are magnetized, as well as my single shadows right here. I do want to do a project where I turn most of my eyeshadow palettes into single shadows and magnetize them, but I need to figure out how to do that. If any of you have any good information, let me know. So yeah, I'm first going to whip out shades that I think are kind of yucca appropriate. So I think we can start with single shadows first. So these are all my Cleona shades. I don't think there's going to be anything in here. Okay, iridescence. Now I know there isn't any iridescent shades in Yucca, but it's me, so I will be putting an iridescent in there. I actually quite like this shade. Come here. This is Meteorite from Terra Moons. We might dip back into the iridescent palette later. This palette, it's horrendously dirty. This houses all of my like cooler toned singles, and I don't think we're gonna dip into these. There's like one cool tone shimmer. It actually looks kind of like this one. It's called Random Specs from Chaos Dirt. That might be a nice pop. And this houses basically the rest of my singles. I have my phone right here and I'm just looking at Julia's swatches. There is like a olive gold, which this shade from Enchanted Luster, this is Chronoprism. That might work really well. There's also like a true gold, and this is also from Enchanted Luster. This is Flare Prism. I need like an olive shimmer. Like we've got this one from Glam Shop. It's one of their velvets in Abracadabra. That could be an option. I also just love any excuse to whip out Verdigris from Seeking Shifts and Shine by SD. I don't know if it'll really suit, but I'm still gonna bring it in. There's an acid green, and this is a really lovely acid green from Glam Shop. I don't think I specified. And then the rest are like warmer tones. Maybe we can whip out these Dandelions Co shades as well. And I also love this shade from Chaos Dirt. It is Spooky Specs. Alright, I think that's gonna be... Oh, but this shade also could work. No. Right, those are all the singles that I'm pulling out. And let me look at the rest, so... I think that's a bit too similar to Meteorite. It's like mustardy shade we could whip out. It's a bit too... I don't know. I'm gonna take it out anyway. This is Sashimi City from Kaleidos. It's the only Kaleidos like 6-pan palette that I've kept. Shroud Peaches and Dreams. Sunflower is what I'm thinking. It actually does look like one of the shades. Sunshower, sorry. Methinks I want this shade. Gib. Give it to me. Gib! Open the door! Oh my god. I know. Oopsie. It's okay, just squish it back in. It's fine. I know that I could get a magnet, but I don't have one. So this is the best we're doing. There you go. And let's just pretend that didn't happen. Into the Night, I feel like, is gonna have some shades that we want, like this one. I also kind of want On the Rocks as well. And this shade, Moonlight. But is Moonlight too similar to that acidic shade from Glam Shop? It might be. I mean, they're different. And Natasha Denona does have a shade like that. You do kind of have to fuck up the packaging in order to get these out if you don't have a magnet. But I am fine with that. I'm okay with denting the packaging a little bit if it means that I can give it me when I crack the eyeshadow. I'm actually cracking the eyeshadow. 9 out of 10 dentists do not recommend doing this. It's fine. Now we're gonna do Cocktails. Showbiz is also like a deeper, like green. That does really work. I don't think I've ever depotted Into the Night, so you are getting... Oh wait, if I do that, it can kind of bonk it up. Oh my god, that's way smarter. That is actually so much safer. So there's Cocktails. I kind of want On the Rocks as well, but we have so many shimmers. Oh, but that is nice though, isn't it? Ooh. Fuck it, it's an option, I'm taking it. I can do it. Yes! Massive slay. That Showbiz shade I also kind of want. I didn't think that Into the Night would actually give us like this many shades. I was kind of thinking it would only give us 2, like those 2 green mattes, but I kind of... Gib, hand it over. Gib, thank you. But yeah, that's quite a few shades from Into the Night. Okay, now we have the Glamorous palette, and there's this shade, but I don't think I really want anything from here except for Luxe. That shade, I think, because there is like a deep teal, we can always put things back. Lovely. Nocturnal was the palette that I really thought we would get a lot out of, and I think I would take this shade out, but we do have a single from Glam Shop that suits better. Nocturnal's really seen better days. I've truly like destroyed this palette so much. I want these 2 shades, Fog and Gloom. I think that's all I'll get from that one. Now we have Sandra Rose Mini. I don't think I want anything from here. I think that's just fine. We have You Beauty, which I'm tempted by this shade to bring a bit of warmth. This shade also could work, but we've got something similar. I think I'll just take Struth. Again, this palette has seen better days. I have used this palette to death. The pile of eyeshadows is growing exponentially. And finally we have Nearly Natural. This olive could work as well. That's nice, but we do have like other olive singles. I like this one because I think that there is a shade like this. Oh yeah, I think we'll take that one stripped back. So in true Skye fashion, my camera battery died, but I think we have all the shades. So let me just like lay them out, take them out the palette, and then kind of curate them a little bit, shall we? So these are all the shades that we're working with. I feel like Yucca does have like a warm, like orangey brown in there. I don't think I've got a single that is quite that tone. I mean, I could go low-key kind of rogue and whip out You Beauty for Budgie Smugglers right here. Oh, G'day would also be so good in this palette. Oh, but I have so many shimmers. But G'day is just such a good shade. Like, ugh. It's fresh on my mind because I've used You Beauty recently. But no, I think I want to stay like as true to Yucca as possible. So I'm just going to organize these from like lightest to darkest, mattes and shimmers. Okay, that is not organized light to dark, but I think we can kind of see the vibe that we've got going on here. Now, we have how many shades? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21, I believe, if I counted that correctly. And we need to basically whittle this down to half. I can already tell you that I want this shade. Like this shade from, oh yeah, it's from the Glaminatrix Into the Night. That shade I really want. Because that sticks out to me. I also really want this one. These two are really similar. Like I think I could go with one or the other. I don't need both. This one I want to swatch in comparison, like this like trio right here. Well, quad, I should say. Let's do a little swatch. Okay, so none of those are dupes, and I feel like they all work with each other nicely. I think I'm gonna eliminate this like salmony like matte brown because, I don't know, it's giving too much peach. I don't really want that. I definitely want this shade. See these two, I don't need both, do I? Like, I don't know which one. It's one or the other there. I don't know. We'll keep these here. This one's Castaway. These two shades, this one's from Dandelions Co. This is Calamon, I believe. I think this one is pretty similar to Gloom from Nocturnal. Or maybe it's not. Excuse me. Those are actually a lot more different than I thought. Calamon's a lot more green, which is a good thing, but do I want more brown? Because I feel like we're going to bring a lot of green in with like these colours. So maybe we'll cast that away. Bring in Gloom. I like this. Then here are like the greeny grey colours. So we've got, oh god, I didn't think this through, did I? Got that one there. Oh, that's nice. That's very cool toned though. It does kind of match that like one cooler like shade. Ooh. Oh, I definitely want that shade. That's from Dandelions Co. Their mattes are brilliant. And then we have this teal from Glamorous. I believe it's called Luxe. Oh, stunning. Right, so this one's a definite yes. I like that shade a lot, but I feel like we wouldn't need it if we had this shade, and I love this one and this one. Okay, well, this is not good. We've only eliminated 3 shades thus far. Okay, shimmer-wise, now I'm pretty sold on the idea of this one. This is Chrono Prism from Enchanted Luster. I think this is literally perfect. Oh, look at that. Excuse the stained finger. Oh, like yes, that has to be in the palette. Like, definite yes. It's just so foiled and pretty. I haven't used that shade in so long. I do really want like an iridescent-y shade. This is Meteorite. Like, oh, that's so gorgeous. But then we have Sun Shower from Shroud, which has more like yellowness. Honestly, I should pick like one or the other with those two. We're only allowed 3 more shades, so like I should really be picky. I might cull one of the mattes in here. I really should. Because I feel like all of these tones are very similar. But like, I don't know. If I took out this one for an example. I quite like that. We'll go with that for now. Maybe let's put that one in. But I like how much yellow that brings. And I feel like these 2 shades are too similar otherwise. If I take out that one. Yeah, I feel like there's more of a contrast, personally. Other shimmers though. I'm so tempted by Flare Prism from Enchanted Luster. This is another really pretty. I mean, they're all pretty. Oh, look at that. But then again, is it too similar to Chrono Prism? I don't think so. I think Natasha Denona has a shade that's like these in that one. So I think that's fine. What about Abracadabra? This is like a deep, like, velvet formula. I just wish that this formula, like, I like this colour a lot. I just think it's not as impactful as I want. It's kind of similar to On the Rocks, actually, from Glaminatrix. Oh, fuck. I mean, that's, like... I mean, it's not as grungy. I don't think that they are, like, actual dupes of each other, but, like, I just prefer On the Rocks if I am gonna wear a shade like that. I feel like in order to make it properly like Yucca, we should pull in, like, one of these 2 here. Oh, but I would like On the Rocks. I feel like, okay. Oh, but Spooky Specs is nice. Hard to say. It is honestly so hard to say. I think, okay, Spooky Specs is gone. Abracadabra gone. Sun Shower. It's pretty, but no. Right, we're down to these ones. So we have, I don't remember the name of this one. It's from Nearly Natural, from Glaminatrix. It's a pretty, like, foiled, like, greyish lavender. This is Random Specs from Chaos Dirt. Chaos Dirt haven't come out with something in a while, and I really am curious to see, like, when their next release is going to be, because I really like them. They're a good indie UK brand. They're run by my friend as well, so I'm not biased in the slightest. And then there's On the Rocks. I'll swatch that next. Oh. Maybe let's, because this one's neutrally, and I feel like the one in Yucca is neutral, but I want to bring a bit of spice, you know what I'm saying? So I want this one in here, but I also would really love On the Rocks. Like, I feel like this is a good collection. I'm gonna start putting everything in this palette. I'm not gonna lay it out exactly like Yucca because obviously this is a smaller palette. For the thumbnail, it would look good if I did it like that though. I'll do it like that first. Okay, that's as close as I can get it to looking like the Natasha Denona. I think I really should pick between these 2. I think they're the 2 lightest shimmers, and we could eliminate one of these. So this is Verdigris. Because I really want On the Rocks. I really think that this works so beautifully in here that it would be a crime not to have it in. So that's Verdigris. And this is Meteorite. Oh my god, I love Meteorite. Look at that. And look at the shift of Verdigris. You can kind of see it there. I am missing, like, the orangey burnt tones in here. I don't think I've got, like... Actually, wait a second. We do have this, like, peach from Peaches and Dreams. Like, we have this shade that we could put in there. Bloody hell, why am I doing this? Why am I adding more shades to pick between? Oh, I can't be bloody stopped, apparently. Give the goblin the eyeshadow. Because this would be good in here. Okay, I'm going to swatch between this green. God, that does not swatch well, does it? I'm also swatching over a tattoo, so I'm kind of like not giving it a fair chance. I'm also sweaty. This is not helping. Screw it, I'm putting it over here. So we have got this shade. God, you can see it oxidizing because of my sweat! That's actually vile. Don't worry, I am the only one that uses these eyeshadows and I do sanitize them. Oh, they're both so different though. They bring really different vibes. Like, if I took this out, I feel like we're missing a bit of like warm green. But this shade is literally exactly what's in Yucca. Unless, like, I get rid of that. Then we're missing a bit of brightness. That makes it like Yucca. God damn it. Maybe I should have made a 15-pan palette. Maybe Natasha Denona was right. But no, I'm working with my limitations here. I do like that peach milk shade. I think that's gonna stay. Because I think, let me put it here. It gives the oranginess that we need. Like, if I do that, I just want the cool green. You know, I just want the cool green. I can't have it both ways. And then, oh, I haven't even decided between verdigris and meteorite. I feel like if I want on the rocks, I'll have to get rid of verdigris because verdigris still has that like same like shifting property of on the rocks. Yeah, I like that a lot. There isn't this shade. There is really like a warm shade. I know that the pop of purple in here might be a bit much, and I feel like that would be the one that my eye immediately wants to subtract and put this in, but I think it brings something different, like with the peachy shade. Sorry, verdigris, you're a pretty shade, and I'm sorry, what was this called? Cocktails? I think it was. I have to go. Those two actually look really good together. I should use those together. I think this is going to be the final result. So this is my Duping the Vibes of the Natasha Denona Yucca Palette. So let me clean myself up and we can swatch this out. Okay, so let's get on into swatching this. The sun is currently setting and I am quickly losing natural light, but let's get into it. We'll swatch row by row and I'll give you all the shade names and the brands. First shade right here we have is Flare Prism from Enchanted Luster. This formula, oh, I love Enchanted Luster's single shadows. It's a shame that it's really expensive to get them over here in the UK because they have some of the most foiled, like look at that. Oh, it's like liquid gold. The next shade is a deep, deep green matte called Wispies from Dandelions Co, or it's Whispers, I don't quite remember how to pronounce it. The next shade is our iridescent shade, and this is Meteorite from Terra Moons. I bought this on recommendation from my friend Andromeda, and man, always trust your friend's recommendations because that is magic. Next shade is Moonlight from the Glaminatrix Into the Night palette. Excuse that my finger is stained from that Dandelions Co shade. It is what it is. This is actually like the one shade in Into the Night that I rarely use. I don't really know why, because that is lovely. It's a beautiful, super saturated, like highlighty yellow almost, like chartreuse shade. The next shade we're going to be swatching is Gloom from the Glaminatrix Nocturnal palette. It is a warm baby shit brown. I love this shade. It's one of my favourite, like, neutrally olivey shades. This next shade is Random Specks from Chaos Dirt. Oh, think Chaos Dirt are going to come out with some new stuff soon, I think. I've seen some whispers on our Instagram, and I am looking forward to it. This is a blackened purple with a bunch of multicolored sparkles in it. Mostly shifts to like a pink, but there's a bit of gold in there, blue, all of that. This next shade is Acidic from Glam Shop. I'm pretty sure that's the English name for it, because the one that I have only has the Polish name, and I will disrespect so many of my Polish followers if I mispronounce that. I have a thing with pronouncing words, okay? Like, I get really shy when it comes to pronouncing different languages. I know I'm bilingual, but like, I just get shy because I don't want to be rude. I know how it feels like to have your language been mispronounced. It's really sad. This next shade is On the Rocks from the Glaminatrix Into the Night. Didn't realize that Into the Night would have such representation in this palette, but I am not mad. This is a beautiful, like, moss green with a gold, pink, and like forest green shine to it. It is so unique and different. One of my favorite shades in my collection. I mean, all my favorite shades have a gold sheen, so are we surprised? I should do a video of my favorite eyeshadows with a gold sheen. Is that too niche? Oh yeah, it's from U Beauty and it's the shade Struth. I was concerned if this was also from Into the Night. Not Into the Night. Nocturnal. I'm getting confused in my own video. But this is a mustardy yellow matte. I do find that this shade is quite firmly pressed. This was like one of the like earlier palettes, so they have changed the formula a bit since. This next shade is Chrono Prism from Enchanted Luster, and it is like a beautiful lime gold, blue flip sort of shade. It is so pretty. Like, oh, it's got like a bit of like a deep brown, like bronze base to it. Oh my god. I think Old Mate from the U Beauty palette is pretty much a dupe for this one, but oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. This shade is Peach Milk from the Shroud Peaches and Dreams palette. This is a peachy pink. No, it's just a straight peach actually. It's not really pink at all. I wanted to bring those orange toes. Oh no, my back's locking. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, fuck. Oh god, this is bad. I have to finish this video ASAP. I love being a disabled content creator. It's my favorite thing. Apologies for this weird outro, but we're finishing up with Luxe from the Glaminatrix Glamorous palette. And this is a teal matte. Oh my god, that is so saturated. I'm trying to position my arm without like hurting my back more because I am in a very weird position to try and ease the pain right now, but this is my Duping the Vibes of the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, and honestly, I think I did pretty damn well. Like, I feel like this has satisfied my craving for the Yucca palette, especially because like I clearly already have tones like this. It may not be in the Natasha Denona formula, but these are still formulas that I really, really love. I might keep this custom palette intact actually. I really love this. Yeah, with all of that said and done, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, sorry that I'm not in front of the camera with my face. I am not feeling great today, and I didn't really want to show you that. I'll be fully honest with you. So hopefully you were fine seeing my disembodied arms just be anthropomorphic and talking to you. That was such a tongue twister. Let me know if you would like to see some looks with this like dupe palette, because I would love to do some. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's faerie.skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. Normally you get to see my actual face rather than this, and if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. I'm a small queer-owned business based in the UK, and we make handmade candles and wax melts. The link to shop will be down below, along with our social media if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!